Hey, what's up? Back again with day 10 recap. We had an interesting day today. I'm going to go a little bit out of sequence because I have a good reason, because I just want to say what I thought was the best match for last. Okay, so first of all, we had Paraguay take on Slovakia, and no surprises there. Are you surprised that Paraguay won 2-0? Because I'm not really all that surprised. I mean, no matter which way, Slovakia hasn't done enough to impress me. So the fact that Paraguay won easily, looked easy, but the fact that they won isn't really a surprise. And Paraguay is pretty much well on their way to the next round. Brazil and Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is in deep trouble because of the 3-0 loss that they suffered from Brazil. And Brazil is actually, or 3-1 loss, because they did manage to get one goal in at least. Brazil is actually playing like Brazil for a change, which so for you Brazilian fans, there may be hope for your team yet. Brazil is well on their way to the next round themselves with 6 points. Although I really thought that the whole thing with Kaká and both teams getting physical, I thought that was unnecessary. I thought it was unnecessary for Ivory Coast to get all crazy because, well, they should have been focusing on making another goal at least. And I thought it was unnecessary for Brazil to get rough on the Ivory Coast because they were already 2 goals ahead and it was already past the 80th minute. So pretty much unless something drastic happened, Brazil had it in the bag, which they did. So stupid, unnecessary, but Brazil got the win and the 3 points. The match that stood out for me, though, was New Zealand and Italy tying it at 1. Now let me tell you something about the Kiwis, okay? They haven't been to the World Cup since 1982, and when they did go, they got trounced. They lost all 3 games, and I believe they got a crap load of goals scored on them. Italy is the defending world champions. Italy, on paper, should have won this. What happened was that New Zealand scored a goal and foolishly gave Italy a penalty. Imagine if they did not squander that, if they did not allow Italy to get a practical free goal. It would have been 1-0. That's how scary and close Italy was to getting embarrassed. Not that they're not already embarrassed. I mean, everyone was expecting it. And New Zealand shouldn't have done as well as they did, but yet they are. And they're still alive. They have 2 points, the same amount of points that Italy does. So who knows what will happen. It all depends on what happens in these third set of games. Italy's supposed to take on Paraguay, and New Zealand against Slovakia, or rather, Italy's supposed to take on Slovakia and New Zealand against Paraguay. So we will see what happens. Paraguay's pretty much in. The only question is, what's the second team that will join them in terms of being the top 2 in the group? Tomorrow's games proved to be interesting. Portugal versus North Korea. My only question is, will Portugal prove that they are Portugal, or will North Korea somehow pull something ridiculous like they almost did against Brazil? Chile versus Switzerland. Well, Swiss got to be riding high right now, and Chile's feeling pretty good about themselves, so we'll see how that goes. Spain versus Honduras. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, Spain's got this, Spain's got this, Spain's got this. Well, let's just keep in mind that Spain also said that they got this when they played Switzerland, and we all know how that went. So before you write off Honduras, just keep that in mind. These 3 games should prove to be interesting, but then again, most of these games have proved to be interesting. And guess what? I didn't see any bad refereeing in these games, so woohoo for that. Anyway, I'll join you tomorrow. My post should be posted as scheduled tomorrow and forward. Hopefully nothing else comes up. Until next time, Y2M out.